As the clock struck midnight, John packed up his belongings, bidding farewell to his colleagues. It was another long night at the office, and he dreaded the walk home. The night was unusually still, with an eerie silence hanging in the air. Ignoring the sense of foreboding, John stepped out into the darkness, beginning his journey on foot. The streetlights flickered intermittently, casting long shadows that danced along the pavement. Uneasiness gnawed at John's insides, but he dismissed it as his tired mind playing tricks on him. He quickened his pace, hoping to reach the comfort of his home soon. As he walked, the familiar route seemed distorted. The buildings stood taller, their windows resembling unblinking eyes. The street itself stretched unnaturally, winding into unknown territories. John's heart raced, and a cold sweat formed on his brow. A gust of wind blew, whispering chilling secrets in his ear. A dimly lit alleyway caught John's attention, a shortcut he had never noticed before. Against his better judgment, he veered off his usual path and entered the gloomy passage. The air grew thick with a sense of malice, and a shiver ran down his spine. Each step echoed loudly, resonating through the desolate alley. Strange sounds reached John's ears, faint footsteps echoing in the distance, rustling leaves when there was no wind. His breath hitched as he noticed a flickering street lamp ahead. Under its pale glow, he saw a shadowy figure standing motionless. Fear gripped him, paralyzing his muscles. He tried to turn back, but an invisible force seemed to pull him closer to the silhouette. As he approached, the figure revealed itself to be an old man, hunched over with gnarled fingers clutching a rusted lantern. The light it emitted was weak and flickering, barely illuminating the surroundings. The man's eyes were clouded and pale, his face etched with lines of despair. With a crooked finger, the old man beckoned John closer. His voice, a mere whisper, carried an eerie weight. Lost souls wander here, seeking refuge. But beware, young traveler, for darkness resides within. John's curiosity mingled with dread as he cautiously approached the old man. "Who are you?" he stammered, his voice barely audible. "I am the watcher of lost souls, doomed to wander this forsaken realm," the old man replied, his voice filled with sorrow. "Heed my warning, young one. The path ahead is treacherous, filled with creatures that hunger for your fear." John's heart pounded in his chest, but his determination to reach home overcame his fear. He pressed on, the old man's words lingering in his mind. The alley grew narrower, the darkness consuming the feeble light. Strange whispers echoed from unseen corners, taunting and beckoning him deeper into the unknown. Suddenly, John found himself in a labyrinth of narrow passageways, each one more labyrinthine than the last. Shadows twisted and danced along the walls, forming grotesque shapes that clawed at his sanity. His surroundings became a distorted maze, disorienting him with every turn. In the midst of his desperate journey, John stumbled upon a door. Its appearance was ordinary, but an indescribable malevolence emanated from within. A chilling voice whispered from behind the door, "Open me, and your darkest nightmares shall be unleashed." The temptation to escape this never-ending labyrinth grew overwhelming. Trembling, John pushed the door open, unleashing a torrent of unspeakable horrors. Visions of his deepest fears materialized around him, a nightmarish symphony of terror. He fought to maintain his sanity, desperately searching for an exit. Finally, John glimpsed a faint glimmer of light at the end of the hall. Renewed with hope, he sprinted towards it, his breath ragged. As he burst into the open, he found himself back on the familiar streets, bathed in the warm glow of the dawn. Exhausted and shaken, he collapsed onto the pavement, grateful for his escape. Weeks passed, but the memory of that night plagued John's every waking moment. The experience had left an indelible mark on his soul, forever altering his perception of the world. He became a recluse, haunted by the shadows that danced at the edge of his vision. The night walk from his job to home had transformed from a mundane routine to a journey through the depths of his own fears. The darkness had revealed a hidden realm, a twisted dimension where nightmares thrived. And though John had escaped physically, he would forever remain captive to the horrors that lurked within his mind. To this day, his friends and family wonder what truly happened on that fateful night. But John keeps his secret locked away, a silent witness to the terrors that lurk just beyond the veil of our reality, waiting for the right moment to strike. For those who dare to walk the path alone, beware the watcher of lost souls, and pray you never stumble upon the door that unleashes your darkest nightmares.